Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 24 chat.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Episode 22, perhaps?
I'll take it.
Serve it up.
All right. Last time, it was a double eviction, baby.
Jasmine and Josie were evicted. Mwah. The J Squad.
I miss them.
J Squared.
Even Jasmine, who drove me crazy, she still added a lot to the show.
She did add a very nice flavor to the show.
Was it butterbean flavor?
Yes, it was. So, the two sides of the house are reunited, but does it feel so good?
Not really. The insiders, the Brochella peeps, are shocked that Joseph did not walk back in that door. Well, I guess Michael and Brittany were not totally shocked because they were kind of hoping that Joseph would be evicted.
But I mean, everybody was like, oh, wait, what? Why is Alyssa still here?
Well, Alyssa was like
Kyle
the first one to walk in, so they're like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they knew it was bad news.
Depending on who you are, maybe it was good news, you know? Taylor, not very happy.
Well, Turner's pretty happy that Jasmine is gone because that was like
they were sworn
the bane
enemies
of his existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely a mutual thing. She doesn't want him to win, and he couldn't stand her. Mm-hmm. I mean, so Kyle is also peeing in a diaper that everybody's going to find out that he was a bad boy. He betrayed his alliance. Yeah.
But his plan is to go in there, just blame everything on Joseph.
I mean, that's everybody's plan, really.
Yeah, well, the Dyer Fest house guests have all banded together, the four remaining ones. Terrence, Kyle, Alyssa, and Turner. They are now a tight four. They're calling themselves the After Party.
Does anything good ever happen at the after party?
Should have just gone home.
Yeah. So Taylor's really upset that Joseph's not there.
She had to go off and cry when she saw Joseph's picture go to black and white.
Thinks it's not a faux-mance.
No, I think they both have feelings for each other. I think it's legit. Yeah.
But did they make out? No.
They're saving that for after the game.
Yes.
I think it's a Claire and DX situation.
Okay, and you know how that turned out.
Can't wait to watch the race.
All right, so we find out, we already knew this, but they exchange information about
just
what
overall how
like.
the week went.
Yeah. Outside wasn't so good.
Waking up with ants crawling on your face, eating
probably
dusty
crawling
old bologna
in your
sandwiches.
Orifices, too.
No. Gross.
It was hot as hell. It was like 100 degrees in that tent, man.
Yeah.
They didn't say the music was blasting, but it definitely was because of the wall yeller. I know.
Yeah.
But inside, baby, it was luxury.
Oh my God. I think they were just like, do we have to say what our week was like? I mean, they were getting takeout multiple times. Just like...
They were living the life.
Having a good time, not having to wear a bathing suit in the shower. Like, all sorts of good stuff going on there. You
got Firefest. You got Coachella. Mm-hmm. But where's the Burning Man?
I don't know.
They should have made the Dyer Fest outside Burning Man.
No, it made so much sense, though, to have it be Dyer Fest.
Because it was so hot.
Yeah, but... Dyer Fest, Firefest, come on.
Yeah, because it was a fail.
Yeah.
All right, well, Turner is aligned with everyone right now.
Yeah. I feel like when they were outside, Turner was like, you know what? F the people inside. Like, this is my crew now. But then when he got back in there, he was like, wait, I really do like these people still. Yeah. Like, they kind of kept me safe. It's like for a bunch of weeks.
When you don't get picked for something and you miss out and then you're like, F those people for not picking me, and then you see them again and you're like, hey, bro, we were so close.
So I think he's a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because he's aligned with everybody.
Well, he's also like just a girl who can't say no. So like he loves everyone so much, I feel like, except for Jasmine.
Well,
but
she's gone now. So he's like, I don't know who my target would be.
So the outsiders... This is the story, and they're sticking with it.
Joseph did everything bad ever.
And that's the end of the story.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that he pooched himself. He went crazy his last few days campaigning to stay. And basically, like, may have spilled a lot of stuff, may not have, who knows?
It's sus. Everybody from Brochella is just like, this is just not adding up.
Especially
Kyle.
Yeah, oh my God. Kyle.
Bad liar.
Seems super, super fake in that conversation with Brittany and Michael where he's like, I don't know if, like, Joseph said anything about the leftovers. Like, what? But it's especially hard for Brochella to believe that Joseph did all this stuff because that's not what they saw from him inside the house. Like, he was so loyal to the leftovers. Mm-hmm. What are the chances that he would just start throwing everybody under the bus unprompted, you know?
Yeah. That's not the Joseph I knew.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's just put a pin in that.
Okay.
And let's talk about the HOH competition.
Oh, I love this competition.
Carna Small.
Yes. I will never forget the first time they did this comp when Davon won. And it was a veto. And I just remember her, like, coming back into the house with the tiny veto and being like, why is the veto so small?
Yeah.
But good for her, because that was, like, her first comp win ever.
Well, this
and
is
it was
a lot
exciting.
of fun. This happened in that off-site place.
Locale.
And I love when they show this competition because they got the camera zoomed in on everybody's faces.
The camera angles are just wonderful.
Turner the whole time was like... was great.
Yes.
So you have to stack a pyramid of tiny energy drinks. Mm-hmm. And these things are wonky.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's almost kind of fixed, depending on what cans you get, because a lot of the cans are super wonky.
Some of them were a little misshapen. They weren't, like, perfectly uniform.
Right. So it's 21 cans.
Okay.
You have to follow a certain pattern, too. Like, it's got to be, like, blue, green, yellow, whatever. I don't remember the colors, but you have to follow a certain pattern. You have to use these giant-ass tweezers. You cannot use your fingers.
Correct.
And it turns out that Turn Daddy Turner was the only one who was smart enough to hold these tweezers close to the bottom. Because look what happens when you hold the tweezers close to the bottom.
More
you got
control.
Great control. If you got the shakes and you got the tweezers all the way up on the end, everything is magnified. Mm-hmm. It's physics.
So this was an important competition because the house is evenly split right now. You've got the Brochella house guests, you've got the after party on the other side.
If they stay with their alliance.
Right. So it's it's a crucial competition here.
It is. And Kyle and Turner and Monty were all very close for a long time. Mm-hmm. Kyle looked like he was going to win twice, but he totally beefed it.
Yeah, he had one can left and he was like...
Yeah.
And that knocked over his cans. Oops.
Monty was pretty close. I don't think he ever got down to the one can only situation, but little tongue. Turner got in there and he won it.
Turner is a 2-time HOH winner. Woo!
All right.
So you know it's going to be a crazy week because crazy things happen when Turner's HOH.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. I have to ask before we move on from this competition, what did you think of Terrence and Michael's outfits?
I thought they were pretty great.
I thought they were a lot of fun.
I love the mullet wigs.
I love whenever they pull out a wig on the show.
Yeah. True story. From the time she could talk, every time we went to the mall, and I mean every single time we passed the wig kiosk, she would turn to me and said, Mommy, can I get a wig?
I'm just fascinated by them.
Every time, even now.
I'm a future Moira, what can I say?
Yes. Even now she can afford her own wig. She still asks me to buy it.
No.
All right. So Terry is so excited.
Yes.
Because,
Terrence is part of the after party now. And he's like, whoa, one of my allies won HOH. Like, let's get this poppin'. Let's get rid of somebody from Brochella. This is going to be great. Michael
and Taylor are a little bit nervous. They're wondering if the...
Are leftovers still a thing?
Still a thing, yeah.
They're not really sure because they haven't all had time to get together and talk yet. They don't know. Has the other side bonded? Like, what's the deal?
It seems like everyone is safe. Turner is telling everybody, hey,
that's kind of why it seems that way. Yeah, I mean, he's like, I'm with the leftovers. Then he's telling the after party, I'm with the after party. So he's giving everyone reassurances that they're safe this week. But, like, somebody's going to have to go up on that block.
Yeah. 2 people are going to have to go up on that block.
Yeah.
We need 2 asses in these 2 seats.
Yeah. So Turner's doing his one-on-one conversations with everybody, and he starts off with Kyle. Mm-hmm. And he's telling Kyle, like, look, you are my final 2. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure that we're both going to be good this week, and we do what's best for us. So, like, what do we do?
Turner throws out there, we should put up Terry and Alyssa, right?
And Kyle's like, no,
not Alyssa.
That is the last thing that Kyle wants to hear right now because he has fully turned against the leftovers. Right. He wants to move on with the after party. And Turner's like, yeah, but like, do we really want to work with them? Turner and Terrence and Alyssa are not great at competitions.
Yeah.
Terrence had a great week last week, but the way that he's performed in some other comps, Turner's not feeling good about being in a 4-person alliance with 2 people that suck at comps.
Yeah.
So he's wondering, like, should we just stick with the leftovers? Like, they've kept us safe this whole time.
And Kyle says, no, shut up. We need to put up Michael, Monty, Brittany, or Taylor.
Yeah, he's really pushing to get those Brochella house guests up on the block.
So Michael, Taylor, and Monty, they're having a little chat, and they are just really, this whole thing with the Joseph story,
blaming everything
really
on
not
Joseph,
sitting well with them.
It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't
it doesn't add up. Yeah, we calculated the numbers and they don't add up. So something else going on here.
So Turner and Monty have a very productive chat, and Turner tells Monty that Joseph, before he was evicted, said there was a smaller group within the leftovers. And it didn't include you or Kyle.
Yeah, he said, this is what Joseph was saying. When he was chained to Taylor during Taylor's HOH week, she was talking about putting together a Final 4 alliance with Joseph, Taylor, Michael, and Brittany.
Oh.
So I remember watching this, like, when Joseph was in the hot tub and, like, spilling all this stuff. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, why is he throwing Taylor under the bus like this? It doesn't make sense, but he did actually say that.
Yeah, it did actually happen. They had the receipts and they showed them.
Yeah, so hearing this, Monty's like, all right, well, I gotta tell you something. Last week, when we were split house, Michael, Brittany, and Taylor came to me and tried to put together a Final 4 alliance. So they were also saying that you and Kyle are going to be the first ones to go from the leftovers.
At the bottom of the totem pole.
So, yeah, there are these other groups forming within the leftovers, and we got to be worried about that. And it's just like, oh my God, watching this, it can get so frustrating because these 2 have been a part of the Pound, that 4-person alliance within the leftovers, since it was created. But they're complaining that there's other groups within the leftovers.
Everybody's
a hypocrite on the show.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay, so let's take a respite from the action.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, too.
Yeah.
Watching the live feeds, it really seemed like up until that conversation with Monty, Turner was planning on nominating Terrence and Alyssa.
Right.
But that conversation with Monty really confirmed a lot of stuff, really made Turner think, you know what? No, we do need to take out Michael, Brittany, or Taylor. We need to split them up. And they were reaffirming that they do want to continue to work with the Pound. So Kyle, Monty, and Turner.
Right.
The 3 of them moving forward together.
All right. So now let's talk about Dumb and Dumber. Kyle and Alyssa.
Oh my God.
Let's go
this was painful.
Like London for 2 months.
Is that on the top of your list? Is that in France?
No.
Paris?
London, UK.
Oh my God.
England.
Is that far?
But you thought that was bad? Kyle didn't know if Prague was a city or a country. But even worse, he didn't know if Greece was a country or a city.
Is Greece like Europe? Does that count? Oh my God. Okay, all they need to do moving forward if they don't want Kyle or Alyssa to win a competition is give them a
geography
quiz. I feel like we're watching an SNL sketch of like Celebrity Jeopardy. Name a country.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
Say anything. All right. So
honestly though, it's just embarrassing like for our education system in our country. Like what is going on here?
True.
Is bad.
All right, so Monty tells Kyle and Turner that they really need to get rid of Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Michael should be the backdoor target.
Yes. Monty, Kyle, and Turner all agree that out of the rest of the leftovers, Michael is...
The head of the snake?
He's the biggest threat.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won how many competitions now? A lot. And he's very, very smart. He's well-liked. So he is a huge threat to win this whole entire thing.
Turner said, facts. Fire. All right.
He's all about the pound.
Mm-hmm. That's where we're at for this moment.
Right. Oh, my God. I'm not going to say anything too specific, but, like, the feeds today...
Yeah, you're going to want to watch the spoiler tomorrow.
Make sure you watch tomorrow's spoiler because we have a lot to talk about.
All right, so now it's time for noms. And Taylor and Brittany are nominated, and they are shocked.
They were not expecting this because Turner did not warn them ahead of time.
He didn't warn anybody, except for Monty
and Kyle. Yeah, so Brittany and Taylor were under the impression that Terrence and Alyssa would be going up on the block, so they were just like, what?
So Turner said, okay, kids, love you as people, but your boy Joseph said Taylor wanted to make a final 3 with you and Joseph.
Yeah, so with Brittany and Joseph.
Right, and Taylor.
And yeah, so Turner was like, I feel a little bit left out of that. I'm not sure why Joseph would lie about something like that, so that's why I nominated you. Now this is where it gets confusing.
Yes.
Because we saw, yes, Joseph did say that thing about the Final 4. Joseph, Brittany, Michael, and Taylor.
But Turner left out Michael.
Right. So was there another thing that Joseph spilled about that we didn't see the receipt for? Because if you didn't know this, the feeds were down a lot.
Yeah.
Especially on the Dyer side last week. So it's possible that he could have said that. But
I don't think so, though. I think it was more of they just left out
Michael out of it. Like they just tweaked things a little bit for the speech.
Right, because then Michael would have been alerted.
They don't want Michael to think that
he would
he's
be a
part
replacement.
But I mean, like, it's so obvious. Yeah. And Michael does suspect that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think they left Michael out of it just to be like, oh yeah, Michael is fine. He's not involved in this.
Right. Okay, so Michael is worried.
Yeah. He knows he could potentially be the backdoor target here.
Yeah. So. And Taylor is really hurt because she doesn't understand why Joseph would throw her under the bus. Only he did.
Yeah, he did.
He really did.
I think at that point he was just throwing anything out there and try and stay. Yeah.
Yeah, he blew up your game. Is that gonna be bad for the romance?
I think they'll work through it.
It's just a game anyway.
Yeah,
right?
I think they'll work through that.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's that. So let us know what you thought about this episode in the comments.
It's like nothing in this episode matters.
I know.
What happened today? So like
that keeps happening this season.
Yeah. Just when you think you got it all figured out,
you don't.
So make sure you watch the spoiler. And until then, much love.